You look good, you have all of the something they bought you. Yes, Goodie!
Hi guys!
Hey, a special hello from me. It's been a while.
Like, are you even still
I'm
a good
back.
girl?
Yeah, man.
That's true.
I think
never,
so.
Never.
It's in a like engraved.
Did you laminate your brows?
No, I didn't. I
They
tried
look
this new
good.
thing. The way you use the brow gel and you push it up.
Oh God, no buy some things from Amazon, girl. I'm gonna try it too.
It's simple. I'm like, so wow, this changed my face. My old face
no,
look
it
different.
looks really good.
But like this, the hot girl style 6, so I still a go there. Tick, I got you. Teach me so much things. It's below, guys, of course.
Oh my
billowing.
God.
Below is
Doing her
billowing.
thing.
Yes.
Anyways, obviously, this episode is sponsored by none other than Helago Wines and Spirits. And we are here to let you know that they are now available in Reggae Mart in the Sangsters International Airport.
Yeah.
So when you're, going, you take
Trips,
plane like
flights,
taxi when you're not doing a thing.
Automobile, just grab
Stop
a bottle
in
or
and grab a
two.
bottle for sure. And remember, there are 3 varietals.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Otaite apple, guava, and pineapple. Touch the right one for the
Yeah.
Me, no, my Helago Wines.
No, but it tastes good though.
It does taste good. All right, jumping right into the goodie of the week.
The goodie of the week.
So this week's goodie of the week is none other than, well, it's in search of lost times. I was like, oh, no, lost
Time.
I don't even album name. But
I don't know.
Anyways, the Lost in Time Festival and the unity that happened on stage. I personally was there. I was backstage, and I'm telling you that the whole vibe, the essence, like after a while, I went into the crowd. The whole thing was amazing. So, Savannah left Indignation, right?
No, I didn't.
Well, yeah, she did. She recently, I think last year or this year. I'm not sure what happened.
Spoke about it?
I don't think she spoke about it, but it was on the news that she's
okay.
whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really expect to see her sing as they parted ways, but that just showed me that clearly they parted on good terms. So she came out and she did a song.
The organizers and like Protoje, him just breathe the unity and love. Like you can't how you gonna bring bad vibes?
Yeah.
So it's like people will always come together to support him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just give me that good vibes aura. Like you can't nothing but good vibes.
Yeah, facts. So I also saw Kimani Marley, which made me, want a Rasta man,
On your front line?
And honestly. Like Kimani Marley came out,
Right.
Popcorn and Chronics were on stage together, and it's alleged that they had a little beef back in the day. So I never expect to see them two there together.
But people also said they never expect to even see Chronics. Where have they been?
Facts. Him look healthy though. Him look fat and happy.
I girl from there. That's why I'm busy.
Him look fat and happy. I'm not telling a lie. I heard he has a daughter or something like that now.
Nice.
A child. I don't know if he's a daughter or something, but he has a
yeah, man.
He's a child now.
You still listening?
Him look happy. Right?
That's
man just
nice.
look
Him a
happy.
glow. Man can glow too. Yeah.
No, him look happy. And I was shocked. Like I was there and I was like, when Popcorn big up Usain Bolt on stage in light of the SSL drama. And I don't remember when.
I remember
recently. It wasn't long time ago.
No, it wasn't long time ago.
That they were him and Usain was going back and forth. So I thought it was nice that despite whatever is happening, you can support each other and all of that.
As Jamaican going to
as Jamaicans, yeah. So I just thought it was nice to see all of them on stage. Idonia came out, and you know what recently happened to him. So I just think that it was a good move in music.
Yes.
And I think that it's something that, honestly, I think Protoje should have this every year.
I know, I think he said, because I saw somebody tweet, every year, or when next, or it seems next year. So I think it should be an annual thing. Yeah. And I also feel like, I know the vibe are going for a Coachella vibe.
Yes, and even the food, it was very ITAL. There was a lot of meal options that is not normally available. There was probably 2 places with a meat option, but there was mainly ITAL food. So I tried this ITAL something, I don't remember what it's called, but it was from Sheffinden. They had a Sheffinden thing,
I know him,
and it was so good. So,
but one last thing I also heard, because I wasn't there, guys, living through. really. Is that the production was smooth, like on time.
Facts.
No,
like they were not playing.
Change.
Like they were not playing.
And you barely ever said, I want to know who was the production manager because me need to know who that's.
Yeah, them should have used them for burner. God no.
For many other things.
Yeah, no, it
Every
was
other
smooth.
concept.
And I went to that friend who's a DJ, and he was there, and he was like, because usually DJs they're like, oh, sure, like,
right,
because he had a parking pass, and I was just supposed to meet him, and we'll go together and whatever.
Yeah.
But then he was like, because I'm a girl, I'm always late. So he was like, oh no, I have to go now because I didn't think they were gonna be on time. But they were serious. When I say you're supposed to be up that stage, let's say at 8 o'clock, 7:55, somebody in your ears.
But
come on.
That's what my thing is also like for a production that has happened. This is the second staging, and for it to be so good, so great, already.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, they took a lot of learnings from the first one, and they're working with a very strong team. Because that photo up was.
And then let me tell you the only thing I never liked was that it ended on time. I'm sorry.
What time was it?
It was supposed to, I think it was supposed to finish by we did probably get an hour overtime. It was supposed to finish by 12 and we finished by probably like 12:30. No, but honestly, because Chronix, Jesse Royal, Protoje, Popcorn, all of them were on the stage vibing at one point, and the vibe just cut short. So we're just like, we'll get the production now,
once on-time production, it's on-time production.
That's true. So yeah, it was really good, and I thought it was like definitely Goodie of the Week worthy.
Yeah, that's good.
So now we are jumping into our Helago. We are jumping into our hot topics.
Hot topics.
Okay, so this week we are talking about, well, the topic, as you can see by the name, is who is worth our forgiveness. So this topic is stemming from Chris Brown and Chloe Bailey. They recently released a new single, which had the internet in shambles. Because a lot of people were saying, why would you do a song with Chris Brown and this and that, Chris Brown this and all of that. So it made me think and it made me question, and I think both of us were like who is worth our forgiveness? So I guess the topic is really about, forgiveness and yeah.
Because it really lends me to, because I'm of different minds, honestly, with this one, because if Rihanna, guys, if Rihanna has forgiven him, right? We say that she have. I believe that she has, because she's, you also have to forgive for you. You don't forgive for nobody else but yourself, darling. But the world seems to can't let go. And I'm just like, because even, and I understand, because I'm not also condoning whatever happened, guys. Just to be very clear. But even when as far as the other day when Chris Brown was just like, yo, like, y'all on my necks, but y'all be watching on Zeus these two crackheads beating up each other every day.
True. It's true.
But I was just like, yo, say much, but I want to perform, because really say perform things, but I want to kind of perform. Because it's like, who are you? Like, how do we determine
who is worth it?
And how long do we determine how long you hold somebody neck and have them in a prison?
And then we pick and choose, right? Because I feel like Kanye, just for example, I love Kanye, right? I love his music. But he has been doing very things for years. And I feel like he had to go so bad to the point of disrespecting the black community, like blatantly just disrespectful things and Jewish community before he was cancelled.
It was actually more the Jewish community.
It was actually more the Jewish community.
Run America.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't know. But then it made me think about a lot of people who we just kind of give our forgiveness to. We just let it go. Like they can do no wrong in our eyes.
That's true.
I feel
is it because of their level of icon status or legend status that we turn a blind eye? Because say for instance it was a friend, like is it like a friend and that happened to her.
That's true because but then like what you do, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? So I think because his level of his talent has really kind of not overshadowed, but you're also just like, all right.
But like, look at Dr. Dre. I mean, like, Dr. Dre literally beat the crap out of Michelle for years and has alleged to beat other women, right? And
alleged, but no one has really seen or admitted or.
What you mean? and him did, there was a whole, there was a whole interview with him. There was like a whole show on Lifetime, the Michelet story. I'll never forget. I watched
Lifetime pick it up. You know it's serious.
No, I'm telling you, I watched it with my friends. Like I remember me, Brittany, I think Marissa. I don't remember. A group of us watched it together, and it was like we were like, "That's great!" Like Dr. And we were like,
"Them beats be beaten same way."
No, and I'm just like.
You get what I'm saying?
And I'm like, wow, you guys, we really just let go of it.
Honestly, I didn't know that.
Exactly, we just let it's Dr. Dre. We don't care. But
I didn't know that even.
But our kids will know that Chris Brown hit Rihanna.
Certainly.
I mean, because it was. But then Michelet was like a big person at that time too. She was like, she did have songs. She did have like, oh god, she has popular songs. You know, like a couple of songs. She did have some popular songs back in the day, right? It's like 90s artist. She did have some songs, man. Okay. And she was like a little sweetheart, right? So I guess I don't know, but it made me think about like what do you consider forgivable and what is like unforgivable to you? I have unforgivable things in my eyes.
Wow. That is very interesting. I didn't personally, or if this is someone.
No, just overall, like what do you think, or just what do you think?
I think any type of sexual assault, rape, or anything like that, I think is quite unforgivable. Okay. Especially, male or female, because you know that happens to them too, males. Okay. I think it's very unforgivable, and usually it's never like a one-off instance. It's usually a pattern. Yeah. I think that.
But then you said that then the domestic violence that he did probably is not forgivable.
It is not forgivable, you know. In the grand scheme of things, it really isn't forgivable, and that's why I led to say that based on his level of icon status or legend status or so, I think is where we would have like chop up Chris Brown though. And him, you know, he's attractive and whatever, but also. Let's remember that Karuchi has a restraining order.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it's not
a one-off incident. Okay.
Because she did play voice notes in court to get this restraining order because he had voice notes threatening to kill her. All right. Yeah.
Well, have you never threatened to kill somebody that you're dating?
Stop the foolishness.
I'm just asking.
Me? No, I'm not doing that.
You've never left a voice note like, "I will kill you." No. Oh wow. No. Okay. You're more healed than the rest of us. Okay.
I'm not, no. I probably won't say it.
What do you mean?
Now make you know what's coming. I joke.
Correct. These are the real. At least I'm admitting my crazy. These are the real crazy.
No, ones. But no. As in, like we know that he wasn't joking though, and he's shown erratic behavior already in several instances. So. I don't know. I think personally, I feel like I have turned a blind eye. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this is right or wrong that I've turned a blind eye to what happened with Chris Brown because I still do listen to his music and all that. While, for instance, like if I hear a Tory Lanez song, I'm switching it, you know.
Yeah.
But not like I switch it.
Yeah, but I don't want not sing with Tory Lanez. But me's a breezy fan.
And R. Kelly.
Oh no, me still a rock the boat and me still stepping in the name. Sorry, me stepping in the name.
I have not listened to, and I'm just.
Well, I was never a big Tory Lanez fan to begin with, like that. Like he was like okay, like if I hear a one song, I'm like whatever. But he, I listened to a one and two.
And it's also, I guess, again because it comes back to what was he bringing to the table. Tory Lanez was no great artist, so therefore it's like Chris Brown. No, you're a bad man. We can't stop listening to Chris Brown. If that's what you're thinking, because he's so a part of your childhood, you grew up listening to him, all that. So it's just like, wow, but Chris Brown, all right, I forgot to play the one song, like, you know?
Facts. Yeah.
What do you consider unforgivable?
Unforgivable for me is, there's a lot of things. I guess it's because, right, this is where I break it down by like, relationships in my life. So for example, from a parent to a child, like if I share something personal with you as my parent and you share it with somebody, I think that's unforgivable. Like I'll never forget it.
Really?
Honestly, like
no, unforgettable or unforgivable. That's the difference.
That's true. I'll let it go. Okay. But I don't think the thing is right. Like, all right, let me tell you. I have a really hard time. Because the the God in me, right? It's something I've been plagued with. So it's like from a biblical perspective, in my journey getting closer to God, all of that, I know that forgiveness is important.
It is.
And it's a vital part of connecting with God, right? But that big toe that's on my feet, that's still a little bit in the world.
Right.
It's like there are certain things. So for example, I remember being younger and I remember telling my mom something, right? No, seriously.
Shall I remember the day?
No, remember the day, the time. I remember what I tell her. I remember when I was driving to school. Yeah. I remember telling her something and I remember and it wasn't, especially because you see if it was like, you know, when you're younger and you share something that is like harmful and you're trying to help the person, and then when they're older they realize that okay, she needed to share that.
Yes.
It was a situation where I remember what I shared with her was personal, and she shared it with like a friend of hers who was a fake friend at that.
What do you mean, asking for advice or just
just sharing it? So like when the person saw me, right, they were just like, they brought it up and I was just like, I was so taken aback.
What?
Yes. I was so taken aback and I was just like, and my mother did always have some old idiot friend, you know, like I hate, like I probably have two of my mother friend and I'm like, the rest of them, like can't stand them, see? So it's like, and then it was one of the idiot friend them woman never like. So it's like,
so come to me about that. Come to me about that.
You get me? So I'm like, so like that to me in that parental relationship is unforgivable. Like me opening up, sharing my vulnerability to you and you sharing it with somebody else. Yeah. Friendships. But like if any of my friends talk to like an ex-boyfriend of mine or they like share my personal secrets, that's it. Because to me, like, you're just not a loyal person.
To be honest with you, I'm so strong-minded about that one. About, yeah, man, my friend can't date none of my exes. That's great. Oh, is it ex?
That's correct. Like, I don't get it.
Well, I had a situation back in my day. Somebody I considered my friend at the time. I thought I were getting very close, and I was just like, because I mean, you met him through me, you know.
Yeah,
and I thought we ended, and they were really still very friendly, and I was like, hey, you know, I noticed because I'm not gonna assume, baby. I love to ask questions, so I'm just like, hey, you know, I noticed that, you know, it's. I do feel a little uncomfortable. Oh my God, I swear up and down. Are you crazy? Like, what? I would never do that, blah, blah, blah.
And she did that.
Oh, she did that. She did that. Until years later, she confessed, which I already knew. I'm just like, because me and the man I had a conversation about it. Because I was also like, you two are wrong. Yeah, you two are very wrong. Anyways, I feel very strongly about it. Super strong about that one.
And it's not just the friendships to me, because if my partner talks to my friends, there's no, like, you don't respect me, bro. Like, you just don't respect me.
Because in your head, you're just like, there's a long time you didn't want him.
There's so many, and it's a long time you didn't want her. There's so many girls in the world. Like, you choose my friend.
No.
And there's so many men in the world, and you choose the one where your friend.
Yep.
And to me, you're a friend killer. Because that means you will do something. You will do something to me. You will whatever. Like, I take those things very seriously. But I was also having a conversation the other day, actually. I think you're a type of person with some colleagues, and they were saying, you have to mature. You have to be mature. No, that's not mature. Like, that's not immaturity. We shared a lot. So y'all are sharing, and you all are sharing things as well. No, that's not immaturity to me.
It's not immature. It's immature enough for you to think that I would be okay with that.
I'm sorry, that's not. I don't see that as immature.
And them say about man, tough man don't care. I said a lot of men care. Don't get it twisted. A lot of men care. If you date your virgin ex,
to me, if you date your virgin ex or if you date your friend man, you're a friend killer.
Also, them talk about baby mother. If you date your friend, baby mother.
No man, you need to go to the gallows. If you date your friend baby mother, or if you date your virgin baby mother, you need to go to the gallows. Have the man child I call you daddy. Gallows, hanging tree, no man.
No,
them will kill you. I can't forgive them. God work for me because.
And I also feel like after, like, I'm very different. You know, so like if I start dating, we're all excommunicated. My friends don't speak to them.
Yeah, my friend. No, that's the thing, right? My
Do
friend
not
them,
speak to my friends.
No, my friend them. That's what I love about like my friends. All of you guys.
Excommunicado.
No, uno darkest glass. Like I'm telling you, you guys have exes.
We're not taboo.
And you guys have exes, and honestly, them must say them like before them came.
Hello.
Said, yo, I'm moving out. I'm moving up. Like I'm not even. If I'm in a situation where like we have to speak, I'll be hello.
Right.
But that's
it's not a big conversation.
No big conversation. If you have ask me how's Jody, me no know.
Check my Instagram. Joke get blocked.
But yeah, no, I don't. You know, like that. So yeah, it's different rules.
That is definitely unforgivable.
Yeah.
I don't share the same sentiments.
Yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's forgiveness for me. As I said, depends on the relationships, right? The different type of relationships. So like, there's unforgivable things in a parental relationship. There's unforgivable things in friendships, and there's unforgivable things in like your romantic relationship.
I also feel like people are there's some people who are unforgivable. Like, you know that if you forgive them, it's just going on and it's going to only lead to more carelessness and more liberty taking because they don't deserve necessarily.
Do you think you can forgive and forget?
Need not forget me. Are you crazy? Be for real. I won't forget. I do suppress, but I won't forget. Like there's certain things that I will not forget. But
I think I can forget.
Well, if it's super impactful, I will not forget. Yeah, but forgive, I can forgive. I think I can forgive. There's certain things that are unforgivable, and it's not, no matter how much you try to work through the forgiveness, it probably it's best that you guys just separate. Friendships and everything else, like other relationships, it's not just romantic relationships I refer to here. But even like there's like companies, you can't forgive them. Like, you guys made me feel bad. Yeah,
you guys really,
and it's impactful. And so
there's companies that I've worked that like I can never forgive because you affected me. Below, boy. Thank you.
Be for real.
Like, I can't bother. Yeah, but there are companies that I can't forgive because Billa and this freaking chicken.
It's background audio, guys.
Like, take up the chicken, please. No, Billa not easy. And you know, I purposely left that toy outside. Like, I left it. This is the chicken for those on YouTube. I hear it? Yes. So I purposely left this toy outside and she go for it. But yeah, like, I just feel like even companies, especially when I'm in like, I think it's more about how you make me feel.
People
like,
never forget.
Like, it's more like,
never, baby.
Especially, I have a job that like it was like my first job, and it was like I was in such a young, vulnerable place. Yeah. And it's like the way that you deal with me, like I can never.
It made it stronger, though, you know.
It made me stronger. I'm
a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. Yeah. But in that moment, it's just like you're thinking, like, this is it. This is the working world. Like, believe university to come to this.
I mean, I say me have to do this every day till me at 65. No, man. No. We have to Pablo Escobar it.
The girl about Pablo Escobar.
Boy, but seriously, like I think it's really how but then I think there's a part of forgiveness, right? That is like, as I said, the biblical side of me, like there's sometimes when I'm in a zone and I pray and I'm thinking about it and I feel like, you know, I like to think that it's a voice of God, but it's like a thought. I think it's a voice of God, right? I'm sure that it's a voice of God, but sometimes you know what? I'm gonna say I am and I am. But I always hear like a little voice, and I think it's God saying to me, "How can you want my forgiveness for things that you do every day?" And it's like you
never forgive me about it.
Yeah, like you can't forgive people. Like and sometimes I'm like in this place where it's like I think about the things that I've done in my life that like nobody knows about
for.
And like I want forgiveness for like things that I
should not care nobody people.
No, but of course not. But you know, just personal things like promises you made to yourself.
Yes.
Or things that
you know that's done. The hardest. You know, let's talk
that's
about
the hardest form of forgiveness. Self-forgiveness.
My word, man, mighty God. I'm telling you, it's something that we all struggle with and we don't speak about a lot. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. Because sometimes we beat ourselves up. Yeah, you know, we blame a lot of things. And it's like, have you learned from it? And that's good. But you can't continue to beat yourself up forever. Like, you've made decisions, and you need to just move on in a positive direction, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we need to forgive ourselves, guys. Number one.
I think self-forgiveness is really hard, like letting go, because honestly, I remember every single embarrassing moment, everything that I fell short on, every area. Like, I remember things that I've done, and I can't, trust me, there's no bigger critic to me than me. Because I'm very hard on myself. Something I'm working on. But I think that's, I don't know. It's a difficult thing to do. But
it's a journey.
It's a journey.
It's just as much as the self-care and whatever. Everything is like a journey.
But you know, when you hold up things, right? It doesn't, or like on the topic, like, who is worthy of the forgiveness? I think first, yourself. You are worthy of forgiveness from whatever transgressions or anything that you think. And the thing is too, forgiveness of self is also a moral thing, because you can't feel bad about, nobody can make you feel bad about something. You have to take it on and realize that this is, even if somebody call you out on it and you didn't realize, you in that moment have to receive it and then decide if you're going to feel bad about it.
It's also an element of self-worth as well, because you feel like, how can you walk around the world requiring things of people and you can't give yourself that? You know, like it's whew.
It's difficult. So it's like, I think first, in who is worthy is yourself is worthy, and then after that you can start to, I think once you start to do that self, because now, before, I definitely, like, older me or younger me, older me is more forgiving than younger me ever was, and it's because I've started to do the work to forgive myself. So I think there's a part of it that when you start to unlock that self-forgiveness, you'll start to have more empathy and compassion and all of that with people.
I guess I'm still gonna cut you off though. Sorry.
I think, do you think you can forgive? Do you think forgiving and forgetting is a real thing?
I don't know about the forgetting, but I feel like
in terms of like letting go of the person.
I think as well, though, a part of forgiveness. You can forgive somebody
and cut them off. You think so?
No, it's not. They say it's not mature, blah blah blah. But the thing, because also it makes you wonder, why do you have to do that? Is it that you have no self-control to know that this person is not worthy of my time, effort to be a part of my life, that I had to do that extreme measure as well?
I think,
but then it's also like another element of, some people also don't know boundaries, so you feel like you have to do that for them to understand that you have no place here. Please stop trying to communicate with me. So
I think it's two things, right? Because I think, for example, even like in a friendship, if you do something wrong to me and I'm just like in a space where I don't think I can forgive you, I think, but I can accept that our situation won't be the same.
There is, and that's a choice.
And the thing is too, your actions, even though I forgive you, and it's not like I'm holding it against you or I'm doing whatever, it's a choice. It's a choice for me to kind of be cautious with my energy and my space and what I want. And I think that's fine.
That's a learning, but you're taking a learning.
You're taking a learning from it. So it's more like, and let me tell you what I don't want to ever do. I don't want to ever hold, why the forgiveness thing is important too, I don't want to hold transgressions of myself or somebody else against new people who are coming into my life to bring light, to bring joy, to bring happiness. So you see, even like relationships, like I let go of my exes very quickly because after I let go of them very quickly because I am like, I do not want you to affect the man of my dreams.
Because I also read something. Around the corner. Enough. Right on their door, you don't
even know.
But in all honesty, I also read something where the person was saying, I think it was a TikTok where the person was saying, what's harder than being in a toxic relationship is being in a healthy relationship after a toxic relationship.
Preach.
Because you've held on to the regularity or the norm of being so toxic and toxic reactions that it's the harder to shift out of that into a more healthy reaction and healthy coping, healthy. Let's talk about it. Let's sit down and explain to me, how is it that we can change the situation? What are we learning here? What's the action we can take to make sure this doesn't happen again? That is what a lot of people struggle with. So they come out of the toxic relationships and think like, this is the end of that growth. Yes, I made it. I come out and me as a survivor. But how you react in a healthy relationship is very important to that particular part of that healing and learning from a toxic relationship. And that's not romantic. I don't, guys. When I want to talk about
friendships,
man,
friendships
any type of shit.
parents as well, yeah. And then you have standards of forgiveness. Because, for example, like if my dad does something, I don't know why, but I'm quicker to forgive than my mom.
Because you're a girl, you're daddy's girl.
Yeah, I think so. But it's not that just I'm a daddy's girl. I think that the foundation of the relationship was laid better. So, for example, I know like there are certain things. I know that if I say something to my father, it stays there 100%.
Yes.
I know that like when it comes to little things and like trying to just somebody to listen, somebody to understand, like he's that, right? So it's easier to forgive him because it's like, but then I don't know. I guess sometimes you hold people to a higher standard. I don't know.
You do.
You hold.
We must stop with that doing again.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Because people,
they will disappoint
let you down.
No, honestly, they'll disappoint you. But that's what I said.
Time again.
That's what I said. I think for me, the moral of the story is forgiveness is important, and I think who is worth our forgiveness it's up to you. But I think unforgiveness holds you back.
But then, last thing I would say is like, say for instance, that was hell again. So like saying back to Chris Brown, remember, so Rihanna forgive him and she probably had a message him and I was like, boy, good job for your little album and so.
Yeah.
And we over here. Oh my God, bitch, I'm going to be Chris Brown beat her. And I really shouldn't be laughing.
Why did you do that? Like, why did you do that? Where did that come from? Like, why do you act like that? Why do you act like that? Like, what?
Boy, and then it's just like, but she's just like, I've forgiven him, guys.
Yeah, she's letting go.
There are people who struggle with that because everybody else around you is not willing to forgive this person who done you so wrong.
Points are made. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You see, anybody would do my friend them nothing. I will remember on the 11th of the 12th of 2025, you hurt my friend, right? And again, it depends, right? Because as I said, but you will remember everything. Like I will remember anything my friend and man do. I don't forget it. I don't forget it. I'm gonna eat you.
But you gotta walk down the aisle and I say, remember that time,
I hate you. I hate you.
You changed though, but boy, I remember that time.
I don't like you, and it's just like I feel, but it's something I'm really trying to work
that is
on.
Also, I think, because people can change.
Because people can, and it's up. And let me tell you, I'm big. Like right now, I'm trying to let my friends and people around me make their own decision. My friends and my family. If it's your relationship, it's your friendship, it's your whatever. Make your own decisions, right? I don't think you should be there, but it's your decision to make. And I'm trying to be very respectful of that for everybody in my life. And yeah, I think it's just. Even the other day, right? There was a situation with a friend of mine where like something happened and somebody hurt her feelings and I was there to kind of witness it a bit. Yeah. And like I interacted with the person after that, right? And she was like she was a little bit ticked about it. Yeah. And I didn't realize how inconsiderate it was in the moment, but then after like another friend said it to me and like they're like, oh, that was kind of whatever. Yeah. And I was like, I called and apologized for it, right? And it was like such a surreal moment. And I was like, and at that point I realized that I want forgiveness too. So it's like, you're not perfect. So it's like, you can't say that. That's when I was like, you really can't say that you are going to have this person up or have up these things in your heart and want forgiveness. And that's why I say it's something I'm working on because... But
let me tell you, there's also exemptions, because I tell you, say, if any of my friend, them man, beat her.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
And she's still there and, boy, baby, I love you, man.
Yeah, that hard.
Or
even like a lot of, I feel like we talk about like physical abuse a lot, but I don't think we talk about emotional abuse enough. Because I feel like a lot of times... Like I see a lot of emotional abuse when it comes to relationships, and sometimes the people in it don't realize they're being emotionally abused. Yeah. And like you listen to it, and especially now, like with going to therapy, learning little things, and I realized, I have been emotionally abused in the past.
I think all of us. It starts with our parents.
Yeah.
Mom.
Not the mom.
It is. There was a show on Netflix one time. I don't know if you had met. She had a little girl and the guy. Anyways, but it really expounded a lot on emotional abuse and effects of emotional abuse. He never really beat her, but Matt they said that emotional abuse
make her feel like, oh yeah,
she was just as trapped as a domestic abuse victim.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
because she don't believe she's worth anything else.
Yeah,
but this man I call her.
You're the best you can get. He's the best you can ever get.
Yeah,
this is the best friend you could ever
better
have.
Is always
this
out
is
there.
The best
Me, I tell you, better is always out there.
Facts.
I promise you.
Facts. So who is ready for forgiveness?
Me.
Everybody.
Oh.
I think it's really up to the
everybody's ready for forgiveness.
Up to the sender, but I think you should let go of certain things, right? Because and then as you said, like to the point where it's getting you outraged, you're reacting online, you're doing whatever. I think it's something I'm working on. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I do strive to be better.
And you also don't have to forgive and also like maintain a relationship. You can't forgive from outside. The person don't even have to know say you forgive them. Because it's for you.
It's for you.
And you still don't have to, you also can maintain that boundary and still live your best life, knowing that you're forgiven, but this is not something that you want to be a part of.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Okay. That was our hot topics. Now going into the listener question.
Listener letters.
So, how do you maintain healthy work-life balance?
I feel like we get these questions often.
Right? Like we know
I don't.
I was about to say the same thing. That's why I look at my phone and I say, man,
I feel like I answered this already.
I don't. When I say I don't,
next
I don't.
Alright. My phone don't answer after a certain time unless I'm doing something that requires same. And that's my main boundary, and that's how I did. That's how I do the balance.
Let me tell you. All right, let me just run down my life to you. I do Good Girl podcast. Hi, we're here. I host events, right? I do social media. I'm an ambassador for 2 brands, right? I work full time. So I try to and in the day, right? My everyday
She's a mom as well.
I have my dog, right?
Don't forget.
Facts. Every day I'm trying to find prayer time. I'm trying to go to the gym 5 days a week. I am trying to read an audiobook. I am trying to journal and do affirmations. And honestly, every day one has to give. So I'm really like wondering the effectiveness of my method. But I'm trying.
It's just prioritizing.
It's prioritizing and I'm trying. But honestly, I don't know. Like, I cannot imagine people who have like a husband and a kid and all of that. That's why.
Some kind of hot pockets I go bust every day.
No, it's not that. Come cook. Cook.
Bro,
that's why I said, and that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but like when in life, I have
chef
because I'm a chef. Yeah, and the thing is, so I said, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm thinking that okay, what for big banky, but like at least when I was growing up, the helper with me off did make my dinner.
These are major conveniences.
These are major. Yeah,
but we both live alone and we have helper from time to time.
You can imagine picnic. No.
Anyways,
and an husband.
I think it really boils down to you setting boundaries. I think it boils down to prioritizing. So for me personally, I make a to-do list for the day, which is related to the work, the people them work, as the Jamaicans say. And then there's a things to do list for personal use, and that's for the week that I need to accomplish personally. And I go through and I do this based on priority, and I say, boy, this can roll over, or you know, will I die? Will I lose my job if I don't do this task today? So you have to really do that, and organization really helps a lot.
Organization
balance of work
and a clean place, like a clean environment and space.
That's really that.
Jesus.
Sometimes I want to owe some people them operates.
Yeah, God.
Why? Oh, you do that?
Oh, you do that? Like, God know if my place not clean, I can't function.
I
hurt me. I
not.
feel light. I feel terrible. God know, I feel light.
But then I always say space on how you were raised too. Anyways, so so those are the major keys, I think, and just finding as much time for you, and also not wasting the time for you on social media. Yes, it's hard, guys.
not just social media, but just in things that are not necessarily like because sometimes I waste time.
Yeah.
I'll spend the whole day watching a series and know I have 10 things to do.
Oh, but that series is in my background while I'm working though.
Yeah, no, me want to lie down in my bed and watch it. Like when they are movies. That's my thing, right?
Okay.
So it's like I think it's dependent on, so it's not just social media, it's other things. It's just, and then finding time for rest. That's important. That's an important part of work.
Definitely, I'm sleeping.
Listen, no worries when you go to bed.
No, it's not that, but it's just like I wake up pretty early, so I'm tired pretty early as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to my bed. Bye.
Facts.
I don't even want to talk about my alcohol tolerance. Which is nowhere.
Ground.
What is
Ground.
that? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been over.
Right now, the Helago got send me over.
No, guys, drink and live responsibly. Thank you.
Facts. Well, that was the Good Girl Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye.